You are entering the world of Master Shaman PaLiChee with PaLiChee Healing. We discuss here the universe, enlightened shamanism, and our world, informing the misinformed. Warmest blessings, everyone. This is Master Shaman PaLiChee. Hopefully you guys are hearing me okay and my technicalities are there. You can see on the screen, we're going to do a couple things today. So I wanted to introduce myself in case those of you that are new to the channel. Hello, beautiful souls. This is Master Shaman PaLiChee from PaLiChee Healing. If you don't know me yet, you can go check it out at www.palicheehealing.com. And for those of you loyal planetary warriors, I hope you know that I am grateful for all of you and welcome to this live today. We have dial-in readings today. It's free readings, one card pulls or Q&A, and the number is going to be up there on the chat or the comments on the chat. Warmest blessings for those of you coming in. And if you don't, let me just paste this in here first. Okay, so I am going to say this. I'm going to paste this into the chat so you can know what we are doing today. There we go. So today we are doing 3-card pulls for a donation of $33.33. Anything else, 1-card pulls, Q&A is free, and you can come in through the dial-in number at 763-319-8377. It is also, I believe, out there on it's on the chat now, so you should be good. Go and share this post. Go and share this video, the video, and of course, subscribe and hit that notification button. If you are on Facebook, go and follow our Facebook page, whether it's my page, Master Shaman PaLiChee, or PaLiChee Healing business page. We also have an announcement today that is very important to me and to the history of PaLiChee Healing and our PaLiChee Virtual Enlightenment Center. We have put into our center, added on, 2 new independent shamanic practitioners. If you don't know them yet, please go out there to the posts that we have on either PaLiChee Healing business page or the Master Shaman PaLiChee Psychic Medium Energy Healer page, and go out there to check them out as well. They are also on our website at www.palicheehealing.com. Now, if you found your way here, trust that it is not by accident, that you are in the right place at the right time, and today is our Freeing Friday Live. I also have another announcement before I go into the predictions for Q3 on what I channeled in. But before I go there, I wanted to say that announcing starting next week, we are going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays from 3 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time, doing free readings for you. So whether it's 1-card pulls, an on-point soul reading, we are going to be doing whatever we can for all of you that needs it on Mondays and Wednesdays, 3 to 4 p.m. And then, of course, we are still doing our Freeing Fridays when we can. With that, you want to tune in, you want to hit that notification button when we come on. There's going to be an announcement and we're going to come on. You'll see the links and our YouTube channel posting those posts out so that you guys can come on and be with us. If you guys need a reading for those days or even today, then you can dial the number that is on the chat on your right side. Okay? So today, Spirit has messages, clarity, gentle guidance, and many transformations for all of you. Our readings for the soul is many transformations for you, whether it's by a little couple words or by a bit of a spirit message that they may have for you. It's going to be coming in through today. For those who are open to receiving and wants to pay it forward, you will be receiving what you need today. So as you're joining, please say hi and type in Juju Chi on the chat bar for me. And for everybody else that is on, go and type in Juju Chi with your hearts and stars emoji. You know, if you've been on with me before, you know I love hearts and stars. Because why? It is a pay it forward. At the same time, it is our universe as well. And when the universe hears you and it hears your desires, your needs, your wants, especially your needs, then it will come to manifest things out for you. If you know who I am and what I've done and the healings that we've done for people, then you know how it works. Juju Chi means juju, which is good luck. Chi means energy. So good luck energy flows from you to myself and from myself back to you. And it is a reciprocation cycle infinitely. So if you know what this means, type in Juju Chi, hashtag Juju Chi for me, okay? With your hearts and your stars. If you haven't already, if you're on Facebook, go follow right now. Go share the post. There are certain rules to follow for today's live if you want to enter in your name for a free 3-card pull. I will be giving that out in the middle of this talk after the predictions. And so I'm going to be writing down the names. If you've done it, if you shared, followed both of those, and liked the post, I'm going to be writing your name down on a piece of paper, okay? And we are going to be doing a drawing for a giveaway for the 3-card pull today. So go in and check out the descriptions if you're on YouTube. Go check out the post if you're on Facebook, whether you're on PaLiChee Healing or you're on Master Shaman PaLiChee's Facebook page. It's all in there in that post of what you need to do, okay? So if something is not clear, please ask it on the chat. I have a moderator that will be also checking on your comments as well. Of course, please don't troll and please be respectful. Let me say that correctly. Please be respectful and, of course, be here for the benevolent because you need something from the universe. You want to pan things out. You want to move forward. You want to, whatever it is that you want to unlimit yourself in. This is the right place, the right time, and where you need to be right now. If you know a friend, family member that has been looking for something, anything to help them get through whatever that hardship is, whatever that toughness is, I invite you to let them know and to have them come on to the show. And we are going to do this show next week as well. But this is not going to be Freeing Friday on next week, Monday and Wednesday. It is going to be called Dear Master PaLiChee or Ta Ba Shai Gu Master PaLiChee, okay, in Hmong. So we're going to be in Monglish, okay? So if you have a mom or dad that needs some help as well, let them know that I can do the readings in Hmong as well for them, or if they want it in English, of course, I can do that as well. So today we are doing a couple things, but before we dive down into the Q3 predictions, go and let me know on the chat bar where you are watching from. Okay, let me know where you are watching from right now. And if you want that free card pull, spirit message, Q&A, there's a question that you have that's been on your mind. Don't hesitate to ask it, whether it's in the comments or dial in when it's time to say to do that. I'll let you guys know when it's time to dial in, okay? And we are going to be going through that. Of course, if you have subscribed and on YouTube, if you subscribed, liked the video, and you've shared it somehow, some way, please let me know in the comments as well so that I can know that you've done that. I'm going to go back through the comments. For those of you that want to enter, let me know that you've done all the things on the rules in the description below or on the post, and that I can put your name and enter it into a 3-card pull drawing, okay? The drawing for a 3-card pull. So I know that's a lot to handle, but go back and just look at the post and or the description. All right. So I'm going to dive down today in this Q3 predictions, some very important things that has been channeled through. And I channeled this through, I would say it was the 18th. So I wrote it down and it's it was the 18th that I channeled in the predictions. And some of these may have happened already or may be bound to happen in the next couple of weeks to month here. So, who's ready for a dive down into Q3 predictions? Say I. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up, whatever that you want to do. Let me know if you are ready for Q3 predictions, that you truly want to hear this. Make it worth it for myself and my spirit guides to be disclosing this information out to you, to all. It's a spiritual channeling that was done last week for Q3 predictions, okay? If you are watching from anywhere in the world, please let us know. We'd like to know where you are actually watching from. Where are you watching from? PaLiChee Healing is a virtual healing center with 2 independent consultants, and they are also ready to help you in whatever your spiritual or energetic needs are. Thank you. Ja Bass with 4 thumbs up. Interact with me. Thumbs up, thumbs up. West Loic, thank you. Thumbs up if you guys want to hear Q3 predictions. I've got something for you here. Spirit has messages for you to know so that you can be well prepared, and you're not gonna your spirit of the soul is not gonna be frightened out of your body, right? So that you don't have to go and be super anxious on whatever it is that is coming your way. At least you would know ahead of time what to prepare for. All right. And what do you need to do? Because why do I do predictions? I do predictions so that those of you that are watching, following me, subscribe to PaLiChee Healing and their page. If you are subscribed to us, then you will be better prepared than anybody else out there that isn't. Okay? Of course, there's many resources that you guys can go to. I am not the only resource, of course. But if you are subscribed, you are following, then you're going to gain something of a golden nugget extra than if you were not. That is the difference between being with following, subscribing, supporting the channel, supporting PaLiChee Healing, right? And you will gain extras. And I don't have to promise you that because that has already been, okay? If you guys have been watching, following, subscribed, let me know in the chat bar the one thing that you have learned from myself, Master Shaman PaLiChee, thus far. What have you learned from me? What is this one thing that you've learned from me? And if there's more than one, please write it down as well. Please type that in the chat as well. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. I'd like to know. Thank you so much, West Loic. Says you are the best, however. We've got King Tall watching from Merced, California. Welcome, King. Welcome. If you haven't already, go subscribe, go like, go share the video wherever you're watching from. If it's on Facebook, go follow PaLiChee Healing's page or Master Shaman PaLiChee page, or both. There's different things that goes on each page. Thank you so much. Tu Go Su Lo. Tu Go. Juju Chi with hearts and stars. Thank you. Come on in for those of you. Don't be shy. We've got Mega Thorification XXX. Hello from Wisconsin. Hello and welcome, Mega Thorification. We've got also Sophia Moore watching from San Jose. Hey, warmest blessings. Hi from Oklahoma. There we go. And then hearts and stars. Continue to interact with this live and as we go through the predictions for Q3. So I'm just writing off of my sacred channelings here. Okay. The very first thing that came through to me through on this channeling back last week on the 18th. So last Thursday, the channeling came through. It's to prepare us for Q3. Q3 is very important. And I'm going to speak a little bit to my Hmong community. Nó cú yo khi tờ là yo cha tờ. Nè nó cho lùn the bê li khoan nén khoa yai. Yo khi hạt tia. Bê li tần đây nó lu xa linh tu. Yi linh tu, chua linh tu. Cho ya ra chi yo chu shi. Trong the bê lu địa tê yo. Con cho ya nó yo chỉnh chỉnh hình cho bê. Very important to us, these events that will be happening. And con nói gì cú yo cha tờ, yo ba nê. Cha tờ ba nê có nê bao cha. Có nê bao tàu, có nê ba tàu nê tụ khen. Nê lúc xe luôn dữ lúc la lúc blớ. Ê nê thê li mù tàu y câu trùa là yon tàu câu trùa dĩ tàn đây nó. Mù tí thái nê tụ khen. Mù ba nê tụ khen. Ba nê lúc xe luôn dữ. Ba nê lúc khô khua. Chế nênh. Còn nê thế li chỉ chân chính trai. Chỉ mua cho kiến đài. Cho kế cú, cho kiến chó. Nhớ cho hổ nê lúc khô khua. Là do nê tụ khen nữa. Nê cho cá cho kế ua lua la đa hô lử. Là do hạt tía. Nê yo sở nênh sở dài. Ê nê chỉ tàu bỏ cá bỏ kế mừng. Bỏ cá bỏ kế chân. Nó yo cho kế. Cho lù bây giờ hành đời bây giờ nênh cho dài. Lỡ hài lò yo. Lỡ khoác kia lò. Là do lỡ cha tờ lò. Today, these words and channeling is from our spiritual guides, the benevolence of the universe. The first thing that came back on the 18th, this is the 18th of June of this year, 2026, it says Trump is bound to sign a treaty or contract. And this is to, by doing this contract or treaty that he's going to be doing, our President Trump, Donald Trump, the gas, oil, food prices are going to be hiked. Okay, these are the three things that came up. Gas, oil, and overall food prices will be hiked to unseen depths. I'll say that. Okay. Now, all this stuff that I'm talking about, all the channeling wisdom that I'm going to be saying out today and disclosing is not a guarantee. It is not to say I promise that this is going to happen. These are predictions, and I'll tell you what is the percentage of each of these predictions, right? Of what the likeliness of it occurring. So the likeliness of Trump, our President Donald Trump, signing a treaty or some kind of a contract. He signs a ton of contracts, right? But there's one thing that he's going to be signing, and this is going to affect. Okay, it's not a treaty to raise the prices, no. But this signing is going to affect the price of gas, oil, and food prices overall. So get that clear, okay? Now, it's going to affect extremely. So there's going to be a feeling of it being way too high or way too inflated. And this is indication of a severely drowning economy. Now, this is not to make you totally afraid. It's not to make you say, oh my gosh, this is really bad news. But it is to make you understand the point in time that we are running in right now, what we are dealing with right now as a whole, as a community, or as a bigger part of us in the universe coming together, interconnected beings, to know that we are in this together. No one is left out and no one is above the other. We are all going to be severely drowning in this economy if we don't work together here. Here. Look at your screen. It's here. Okay? So, This is the very first thing that came through this channeling. Now, there's something about the Strait of Hormuz, okay? I don't even watch the news on this, but this is what came in. The Strait of Hormuz in wherever it's at, is a show. It has been a show and it has been on the news for show. Though there are things in it that affects us, it's still for show, essentially. The truth is, the farmers and the food coming in and going out of the country is being rigged. So there's actually more food than we know. There's actually plenty, but there's going to be held back or held somewhere. The supply, it's going to be held somewhere. And it's going to show to us that we have less food supply and that the price is going to be hiked to extremities that we haven't seen before. So this is Q3, okay? Thirdly, the demand is there. The demand is going to be there, right? But supply is there. And so demand is there, supply is there, but food supply will be on hold, with only showing there is enough on the shelves, and some shelves may show that has less than others, and what's in stock. Because there's plenty in stock, but then it's going to show like there's only a few in stock. What else? They're testing this new psychological control, and disclosing this is very important to me because no one discloses this, okay? Straight off of firsthand channeling experience, okay? That I know of anyway. And if I don't know, then please let me know if anybody else out there is also channeling this as well, right? Go put it in the chat. But there's this new thing. So there's always been and always has been psychological control over humanity. But now has been we're into a new phase, a new testing phase of psychological control, implementation over the people of Earth. And so especially the working class. This is the working class that we're talking about now. It's controlling the working class. And so the psychological control is not, they've kind of left it on the side or the back burner, climate control for now, or coming into Q3. Climate control is going to be left to the side. They're not going to use that anymore, at least to a certain extent that they have been. But when I say they, I'm referring to the big guys that control the world. Okay, the world economies, I'll say. Now I don't know too much, but this is stuff that's been channeled in. So I can only say what has been channeled in from the benevolence. So over the next few months, we're going to see food supply, gas, oil being shifted and on hold and hiked, and supply versus demand on that part. The supply is there, demand is there, but it's going to just look like there isn't enough demand or there isn't enough supply. Okay, that's what it's going to look like. So take a look here in your head. Okay, you have a pineal gland, and go and meditate on if the things that we are saying right now is somewhat going to be appearing before you. Okay, and you're not going to be aware of it if you are not listening and you don't believe. That's okay. I don't need you to believe. You just need to listen. Okay, and it's just for you to know, as a red flag, to be aware. Okay, so this is a new psychological control coming over and being implemented over the people of Earth, our humankind, so that, especially the working class, so that you can be even better controlled going out into the future when it comes to fear. Okay, so these are all fear-based psychological control. Families may need to combine together going on into Q3 and buy in bulk. So you may decide to buy in bulk. You may decide to go and just make a big old purchase together as a family or families coming together, maybe 2, 3 families, a whole, what is it, block of families may come together, go buy in bulk, and then now just, uh, divide the supplies up if you want to do that. It's not saying hurry up and go and purchase everything that you can. Don't do that either, because that's not really going to help fully. Okay. So maybe you might want to combine a few families, gather up a few, community members or whatever, and then go buy in bulk and go fight this off this way, right? It's not that you're fighting them, but it's that you are watching out for yourselves and your family, and that you are not taken advantage of in the times as these, because I know that some people are going through very hard times, and that's the reason why we exist as Spring Friday, to help those that have been going through hardships of whether you're going through a divorce, whether you're going through a death in the family, whether someone in the family has caused some kind of a commotion, whatever it may be, you lost your job, whatever. That's why we exist here. Okay. That's what PaLiChee healing is for. We feel you, we know you, and that's why we are doing Q3 predictions for you, so that you can be well prepared, at least somewhat ahead of the game. So go to wholesalers or places with perhaps memberships, or even farms. Go check those out and buy small quantities. If you are buying alone or your own one family, buy small quantities. But at the same time, just make sure you have some kind of a prepared inventory to help yourselves in small quantities. I'm not saying go out there and start buying, like truckloads of water or toilet paper, right, back in COVID. But I will say that you may want to have a couple things prepared so that you have you're a few months ahead. If you haven't already, obviously, go and you have some land, go start that homestead. You may need to get more often, go and do small purchases, but do it more often. You don't want to do it in bulk, and this is the reason why. As in, like one family, or maybe a couple. There's like 2 of you in a family or in a household, and you're trying to buy in bulk. Don't do that, because why? These prices are going to fluctuate crazy. So if you buy in bulk when the price is high, you're going to be super mad when the price goes down, and it's not going to be worth it, right? And you're going to say, I should have waited. So just buy in small quantities if you're doing it alone. If you do it in bulk, then of course, take a look at the prices and, make a informed decision if you should do in bulk at the time that you are doing it. So that's that for that. Either way, family cooperation or a community co-op type of thing will be a better go-to in these coming months. Otherwise, start your homestead. I said that, right? That's in the notes. Homesteading is going to be part of the mainstream going forward. So that's becoming popular, but at the same time, it sounds like it's a trend right now, but it's not going to be a trend. It's going to become a go-to mainstream coming up for us in the very, very near future. So take a look at what that means for you and your family. Prices of groceries and even the quality of groceries is going to be changing and shifting. So, of course, you'll want to pay attention there. The economy will feel as though it's suffocating. Okay, if you're not feeling the suffocation right now due to the economy and things that are happening politically, then I will say that you will start to feel it in Q3 more, and that it is going to feel like a person is suffocating, like there's not enough air. Or going underwater, like deep underwater into the ocean ground. And though not everyone may be affected, right? Not everyone may be affected, but it's mostly the working class, the middle class, we call it, okay, or they call it. Again, climate control is a way to put fear into the people, into humanity, but going forward, that's going to be put to the side. Like I said, if you've missed it, I'm saying it now again because it's important. It came up again in the channeling. Climate control is put to the side for now, and it's going to be food, oil, gas. So if you're driving a car, you're going to be affected, right? Everybody's trying to go for the hybrid cars or the electric cars. That may not be a good idea. You may want to stick to, something more old fashioned, by the way. And that may not make any sense to you because you're saying, oh, well, they're hiking up gas prices, so I may as well go for hybrid or electric, right? But what if there was an outage, like something came and then all of a sudden there is an electric doesn't work? So just be aware of that. You got to have at least two different cars or types of cars, perhaps. Have a bike available. I wouldn't be surprised if everybody was biking in the near future more so than other ways. This is if we come to a very significant or very suffocating point in our economy for humankind. Prepare yourselves in that way in your mindset. If you haven't already, do multiple sets of meditation and get into your head more than allowing them to get into your head. So remember that. That's your gold nugget for today as well. If you've lost a job, you're better off starting a small business or some business of your own than to try to look for another job. Now, if you know that your skills are good and you know that there's just this one job that has come by and you know that you're the right fit for it, then of course, don't let me stop you. Of course, go for it, right? It's just, that's a no-brainer. But I'm saying for those of you that if you lost a job and you really don't feel like working the 9 to 5 anymore, then get yourselves together and begin something new. Okay, something totally new, but with your skills, with skills that you've had, or maybe you've had it once a long time ago, stopped, went to work for something like a robot, right? You went to work like a robot for someone else, and now you really, really want to go back to doing something that you love. So I encourage you to do that and wake up from the things that you've been in, the fear that you've been that's been holding on to you, thinking that, oh, if you quit your job or if you lost your job, then you will, be unstable, as in financially. Oh yeah, everybody is unstable financially, if you want to say that. Because those that have a job may have crazy credit issues, right? They may not, be able to do things because they have so much debt. So either way, everyone is in the same suffocating economy. Now, mind you, everything that I'm saying, I'm not an economist, right? I'm disclosing that I'm not a professional in any of these things, like financial professional. I am not. Medical professional. I am not that. I'm not anything like this, but I am a master shaman. And what I'm telling you today is what I'm telling you directly from the channeled wisdom of the benevolence, the spirits that guide. So the cost of living is going up, especially in bigger cities. Even in small cities, you can see that it's going to be in Q3. You'll see that it doesn't even really truly matter going forward. It's going to go up everywhere. In the spiritual realm, we see most souls are more willing now going into Q3. It's going to show up more too, that they're going to come to terms. Okay, they're going to come to terms on their beliefs So either way, they're going to come to terms on their beliefs and willing to reach out for help more than we've ever seen ever before in lifetimes. Now, I cannot say that maybe in ancient lifetimes it was there, but as far as the humans go, like the last, 500 years, we haven't seen this many that will be reaching out and will be calling out their beliefs. Like, I believe in this, right? We've never seen that much. And so in the next coming months, we are going to see more people willing to come to terms on their beliefs. There's something pushing inside of the person for this, right? And that it's going to, whether they're male or female, they're going to make a call on what that belief is because it is important. They know it's important inside of themselves to say, I believe in this. Because why? The soul is going to be drawn to making a call for a belief. Like putting themselves into a belief, like whether it's a self-belief, whether they believe in Jesus, whether they believe in Buddha, whether they believe in Allah, whatever their belief is, whether they are shaman, they're going to be willing to call out a belief. Because if you don't have a belief as a soul in your body, if your soul is not in a belief of some sort, it will be more easily penetrated through different psychological fear-based sources to penetrate and influence. So you'll want to call out a belief. And people will be drawn to that in Q3 more than we've ever seen. Q3, Q4. Okay, going on to Q4 especially. More will be prominently seeking healing in Q3, Q4. So be prepared for that. If you are one of those that are going to be, that you know that you're going to be needing some healing in Q3, Q4, then you're in the mix, right? More in numbers, especially we've seen most females in the last, decade. Now it's going to be the males cycle coming in, seeking healing, seeking help, making a call for them being the head of the household, being a father, being a man, right? We've seen a lot of females and even males becoming more females in the last decade. Now going on to Q3, Q4 and into 2027, it's going to be a fight off. It's going to be a fight off of I am who I am in this body. And this is who my soul is. And I'm not going to let anything tear me apart. So this is going to be something that's coming in. There's a need to accept, improve the self, and wake up from the false realities. So we're going to be drawn to becoming more spiritual and energetic, stronger as an individual for each person on earth, and then in total, stronger interconnectedly. So we'll be also thrown a curveball. So this is one of the other points. We'll be thrown a curveball, 1 to 2 curveballs on the health of our economy close to the end of Q3. So at the end of Q3, there's going to be something that surprises us. When I say thrown a curveball, there's going to be something that surprises us. 1 to 2 things. And it's going to be at the end of Q3. So watch for that. With this, it will skew consumerism. So if you guys like to buy things online, if you like to go to the store and purchase things, if you're a buyer of anything, consumerism, right? That's the word to describe that person, that kind of person that likes to purchase a lot. Well, you're in for a curve ball, okay, at the end of Q3. For the fall season, they may say that the economy is doing better than it is, and they're already starting to say that. Well, in the fall season, when that comes in like September, October time, going into Q4, right? That's going into Q4. There's going to be a need, right, for humility, compassion. It will be the most needed thing as we move into these hard times that are coming. Whether you are a business, a working individual, or a homemaker, especially with close relationships, families, spouses, and partners, understanding this is very important to the household. I'll say that the housing market will be affected by this, especially. It's probably one of the first things that affects it, but it's going to be one of the last things that, let's say, for example, it first affects the household and where you're living, but then it's going to be the last thing that you even take action on. So you'll be maybe living in the house for a while, even if the house is affected or in foreclosure, things like that. So these are things that we all need to focus and apply ourselves to. There is also one word that comes up. It's called Applegate. Okay. It comes up in the channeling. Watch for this name and or find out ways to protect yourself from it. All info showed it's supposed to make you fearful, and it has something to do with our technology that is on way or already on the way, already in, but it's the technology of AI. So it's called, there's something called Applegate or something connected to Applegate. Okay. And I won't dissect that any further. There's open disclosures coming in on ETs being among us. However, false ones will be shown, but malevolent ones will be the ones who. So false ones or malevolent ones are the ones who will be controlling the country, or the world. Will be disclosed as good. Good ones we're working with, the higher uppers are working with, right? They are shown as they are the benevolent ones, these malevolent and false ones, ETs, okay? False or malevolent ETs are shown to us socially, in social media, on TV, wherever, that they are the good ones that the higher up ones are working with. But truthfully, they're not really building better place or better country for everybody. They're here for a different reason, okay? So be on the watch and get your mind set ready and set to go. In fact, most of the people will need to decipher. The only way you're going to get to learn how to decipher, everyone, for those of you loyal planetary warriors out there that are watching right now, thank you so much for being loyal to PaLiChee Healing and myself, Master Shaman PaLiChee. If you've been following us and or subscribed, it'll be good to know to decipher good from what's not good, what is evil. Because of this false identification. So they want you to see the bad ETs as they are good and they're working with the higher ups. But actually they're here for a totally different reason, and it's not a good reason, I'll say that. So where are the good ETs? Some may say, right? Why do we always get the bad or the false ones, the fake ones shown? Why can't they work with the good ETs? Well, because the good ETs are not on their agenda. Okay. The good ETs wants to help the humankind to wake up, and they've been helping us, but through ourselves, through our inner selves. For those of you that are wondering why you would have spirit guides, vì hạt tia luôn dia tên den tu yo mỗi khó kế bỏ chua chỉ khó nói chỉ cho nên cho dài là do nhiệt chỉ bỏ công nhận giữ ô nên ô dài lo là do hạt tia lỡ hay ô nên ô dài lo kia trâu nè chữ sĩ do tu nên tu dài là kia trâu nè tia sợ lo mình nên dia tên den tu. It's telling you to wake up, dear humanity, humankind. To wake up and listen, decipher your own truth. Not the truth of someone else, not the truth of just you, but your own truth is the truth of God. But decipher that one. Is it my truth? Is it their truth? Is it his truth, her truth? Or is it the truth of God themselves, right? What energy is this? Ask yourself that question. How the people decipher will lead to the next phase of the country, of the world. So, how you decipher in your head, if you think something is, if you see something and it's actually false, but you think that it's true, well, this and everybody else that thinks like you is going to shape and form what is to come for our future. Do you understand that? If you don't, go back and listen to this part, okay? If you know what is true, and it is true, it is for real, it is real, then it will also shape our future. Because that is your call. That is your, you understand that. And then you and everybody else understands that, then it will shape the future as well for humanity. So understand this concept. If you don't know this concept, go and buy the book, okay? Go purchase our book. I'm going to stop right here and talk about the book a bit before I move on. I have a book out there, okay? And it is on Amazon, Universal Laws of Mankind, a Memoir and Shamanic Aspect. It is a teaching memoir. This is a raw, unedited version. So this is a teaching memoir about my life and how I became a shaman, what happened to me. If you want to know more about who I am, go check it out on Amazon, read a few of the first few pages, and purchase the book for your own good. It talks about the soul and death and reincarnation and all that good stuff. All right. So you must learn how to decipher. And most people will be willing, more than willing to do this in the next quarter. They're going to start to, even more than they ever did. The good and the benevolent ones would rather not intervene at this point in time due to, and as of yet, due to humanity's comfort level. Get that? They can see that our comfort level on earth, right? And on earth, our comfort level as human beings on earth, we're comfortable. Most of us. So a huge percentage of us is still comfortable with our lives, with how we eat, with how we sleep, with how we are and how we live, and with who is our leaders. We're still comfortable. So of course the benevolence, the ETs that can help us is not going to intervene. So everyone seems to be accepting right now. And they are very hard to get out of the life that they've been lied to live for centuries. Everyone seems to be accepting of what gets disclosed, right? If they were to hear this disclosure today, they would be like, oh my gosh, this is so bogus. This is so out of line for me. But for those of you who know, will understand that the truth will always prevail. I just wrote a post about it the other day. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out. So if everyone is accepting, the good, the benevolent ETs are not going to intervene. So, but then you're fearful. At the same time, it's a dilemma. So the benevolent ones, they see that there's no need to intervene. It will be a waste of time to help humanity because they're comfortable. It's just like this. If you see somebody on the street and they got ran over and you went to help them and they say directly to you, why are you helping me? I don't need your help. Another example is if you have been a rising shaman, right? Or you're a psychic medium or a psychic and you have some kind of intuition, when you go tell that person, hey, I saw this about your mom or dad or brother or sister, Or I saw this about you, and my guides are telling me that you need some help. And guess what they tell you? I don't need help. Why are you in my business? That is the same type of situation that the good ETs will be in to help us as humankind. But we, most of us, some of us are going to say, oh, thank you, good Lord, Jesus or Buddha, that you are here. That's only like a very small handful. The rest of the world is going to say, why are you here? Why are you trying to help us? Who are you? You're the bad. They're not going to be able to decipher. So for you to be able to wake up, most of you, right, and decipher, please get this message. Please get this message to as many people as possible so they can, whether they believe it or not, I'm not asking to believe me. I'm not asking to trust. I'm asking you to share and listen. Share and listen and repeat. Share, listen, and repeat. And understand what is coming in front of us. All right? There's so many things in life that we go through. And until we experience it ourselves, even a meditation, even a phenomenon, like a intangible phenomenon, metaphysical, this is something that you can't see, touch, or feel. And you go through this event or phenomenon, and you let somebody else know, and they're going to say, did that really happen? I can't believe it. But until it happens to them, they are frightened and feared out of their boots, right? To my Hmong community, sẽ nên chênh chín chênh nên tao nó của cho xóa cho lù nó tờ trả là do khí cho khoác khe cho lù nắng những lù dài bây giờ khoan nắng khoai dài tàu khí tàu khe trong này tàu chánh tổng trong này có này bao có này bỏ có này nó nu từ do cơ bây giờ chỉ hai tàu hạt tiệt do cơ 1%. Để chỉ bây giờ hạt tiệt ba tu keng ba này Lucia ba này cho cá cho kế cho hồ kế trong này nó có chữ sĩ trong này nó nữa yi cho chỉ một đâu cho 3%. So 85 to 95%, these things are going to be popping out. Whether drastically or very calmly or slowly, it's going to be coming out regardless. And this is a fair warning and disclosure to all of you of what is to come, okay? There's definitely more that will come. These are only some very main events that will basically affect us as consumers, affect us as people who don't make their own food, but we have to rely on stores and or online places, others for food, for drinks, for anything that we use, because we don't make our own. That's consumerism. We buy. We don't make from the root. So unless you're making it from the root and you don't consume things, right, and you don't go and buy things, then this doesn't affect you fully. But it still affects maybe raw materials, right? If you have to buy like, flour to make bread and you don't mill your own flour, then that's going to affect you. So fair warning to everyone. Not to scare you, not to frighten you, because I don't want you to be frightened. That's why you need to know. When you know you have won what? You've heard me say this before. You have won half the battle. And that's in G.I. Joe, right? The show, the cartoon, a long time ago. If you know, you won half the battle. Something like that. Knowing is half the battle. I just remembered. That's from the cartoon G.I. Joe. But that is very true. Because if you know something, you've won already half the battle, or at least most of the battle. Because now it's just up to you to prepare yourself with the right equipment for the battle, right? I don't also want to take a look at this as an actual battle, but it could become an actual battle depending on the agenda of the higher uppers, right? So we'll say it that way. All right. How many of you with a juju chi or a raise of hand or what have you learned? What is something important to you that I just talked about in the predictions for Q3? What is something that stood out to you? Put that in the chat for me. What's that thing that stood out to you? Write it in the chat. Don't be afraid. This is not for you to be limited. This is for you to unlimit. That's why it's Freeing Friday. So you could free yourself from really being that person in corporate or that person that you were expected to be in your family, but then maybe you have a different thought or you think differently, right? This is to unlimit yourself so that you can be who you truly are, say what you truly think, and not be afraid. Because whoever bombards the other on this live, they will get kicked out immediately, right? 要内幕应该路，你學到啥咗嚟要報道，聽嚟要啲古都係你估一幾差頭呢，嚟要你呢驚動咗路呢要，你俾你可能佢要到你นู่นนะ，要你摸地落路你啥弄嚟要啲啥彈子咗นะ。你手動的可我一生都要一生的那啥事呢要。đến nay họ sẽ bảo cho lời giả thiết là nhưng tàu cũng chỉ xả lý trả lý. Okay, as long as my time permits, I'm already almost at the top of the hour. Thank you for sharing. You will definitely check out your book. Warmest Blessings, King Thaw, Warmest Blessings. Please check that out. Yes. Ja Bass says the world is changing fast. It sure is. It's at a pace that some of us don't, though it's fast, it's at a pace that some of the world cannot even comprehend. And they are still living comfortably, still eating the food that they eat, though they know it's not good. And some of them don't even know that it's not good for them. They just continue to. Humankind is changing at a fast pace now. Yes, they are. They are changing with the changes that are upon us. So, all right, I'm going to open up my line now. Khi nè nó tu sa tông nhỏ, có sa tông chùa ya nè sa hu nung là ya de thọ bê sai yai, đồ nè hu tàu nu nó, nè nó nu Monday theo Wednesday 这错问题，古的就是手nè nó YouTube nó, 有khi lúc sa tông chùa đồ nè tô hu nung 这个sai yai là ya 这个巴里家，đồ nè tu khen là nè hu tàu nữa. Nê hù tàu tụ xó tông nhớ trong the ý xá nó ya nê chỉ bỏ ya ya xa trâu bê bê ý chua yì bê xa xa cuộc khi ý lại phai là ya tia ya nê mua ý lò lù in cái nụ nông là của sái tàu đó nê thea ba nê mình gì trời là họ của ba lại nữa ya tới khó nụ mua ho ya tông cả mua tó chăn đời gì của ya hai đó nê tia ô mua tó chăn đời ya tàu nằm ý lu chạy lu nhau ya tàu set ý lu appointment là ya xí hởn đó cú nữa. So to all of you that are here, if you want a reading, please dial in, or you can also type it in on the chat. If you are at work, of course, don't give me the BS if you're not at work. But it's best for you to come in at the dial number 763-319-8377. I'd like to talk to a real person. That's why I have this available, okay? And I know that truthfully, everyone does and would rather like to talk in person. I know that we are in the AI age and everybody doesn't want to face everybody and people want to just be behind a screen. But truthfully, you got to get out there. You got to be real. If you're not real, then you'll never be, right? You'll never get to be who you are. If you're hiding behind a false identity, you know who you are, right? You know who you are, and you know what you're doing on that part. But please don't, continue to be the false and along with them, because that just adds to everything else that we humankind are comfortable with. And that's why it's likely to say that we will be saved by the benevolent kinds of the up there in the universe as they see us, right? So, who's going to be my first caller? I'll give it a couple minutes if no one's calling in for the free card pull. Also, if you want a 3-card pull today, it is at $33.33. I have a donation also for those of you that want to enter. If you've done everything for the giveaway, if you want the giveaway, you want to be in the giveaway drawing, place your name by telling me you've done everything, you've shared, you liked, and you've done everything, and you want to be in the giveaway. I know that I think it's Jawbast that has done a lot and has been very interactive. So Jawbast, you are in this giveaway by Walter Slowick. Okay, Walter Slowick has donated a giveaway for the 3-card pull for some lucky person out there if they want to be in the giveaway. But you need to share, like, follow, subscribe to the post. All right. Finding my pin here. All right. So who am I going to be my persons I'm going to enter into the drawing? I know it's Bast is one of them. I got you down, Ja. Who else? Who else? Who else? Type it in now. Type it in now. Don't waste my time and I won't waste yours. only gold nuggets going out. Josh says, wish you guys good luck and thank you for the donations. I'm going to be doing a card pull, 3-card pull for the lucky winner. So if you guys want to be on and you're listening right now, go and put your name down if you'd like to enter in the drawing, okay? And as I'm waiting for those coming in, if you decide that you want to come in now. Do it now or else we are going to just give it to Ja. We only have one person in this drawing. So if you are listening right now, want to be in, King Tall says like, follow, and share. Okay. So King, if you want to be in that drawing, let me know. Let me know now. Who else? What else? Mega Thorification XXX, you liked and shared as well. If you would like to be in the drawing, let me know now. Otherwise, I'll probably put you guys in there as well since you guys let me know that you have done so. So I'll do that. Mega Thorification XXX, you are in the drawing. And who? King Tao. King Tao. Okay, anybody else would like to be in the giveaway for the 3-card pull? It's a mini transformative reading actually. Those that has been on knows that it's been very interesting to have that. So it's a mini transformative reading, that 3-card pull. Okay, so before I go forward, I'm going to put up my, let's see if I can grab it. For the book, we have the book here. If you haven't seen it, go on to Amazon to check that out. It's will be very interesting for all of you. I've put up the QR code on the screen for you to hover it over and go straight to that link on Amazon to check the book out so you can know more of who I am, where I come from, how everything got started. Some people often like to ask me, Master PaLiChee, um, how did you get started in your shaman journey? And I usually say, you know what? I didn't. It started me. It started me. So it was a calling more than anything else. So the QR code is up there. Anybody else coming in for a 1-card pull? That's going to be free. Yes, you can ask next Cinderella Rudzinski. You can also call in. So call in. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for subscribing and that question. You can call in for your question as well. We are going to do the 3-card pull. If you want to call in, you can also do it now. Line is open. So this is I call it the Dear Master PaLiChee line. It is in Hmong the Thọ Ba Shai Gu Master PaLiChee. Kanaya tu sa tong chua châu khó Thọ Ba Shai Gu Master PaLiChee. Tu sa tong nhang de ne na khó wa ne sha shai ta shna ya. Okay. The phone is there. It's open line right now. Only during the live. It's 763-319-8377. Everyone is very afraid to do the call. Maybe some of you guys are at work. I don't know. But yes. Okay, let's do that entry for the 3. I got Cha Bast. It's so funny, I find that when I give things out for free, nobody wants it. And then when it's at a price, everybody wants it. I find that very interesting about human beings. It's almost like they are afraid. In the spirit world, when it's too good to be true, it is true. In the physical world, when it's too good to be true, it's not true. So you've got to get that correct in your head. Okay. All right. I have Megathorification entering into the 3-card pull donated by Wes Slowick. Okay, Wes Slowick donated that 3-card pull. You guys can thank him now. He is also a good disciple as well that has donated this, and I had no idea that he would. So thank you, Wes Slowick, for doing that. You can find him, White Eagle High Mountain, on FaLiCheeHealing.com. He does free 15-minute consultation as well. Okay. So look for him, White Eagle High Mountain. He is on the PaLiChee Healing page. I've shared his bio and everything that he does as well. So thank you for doing that, Wes Slowick. Free readings today if you guys want. Okay, free readings today. I am going to need to find a plate of some sort to do the drawing. Let's see. I've got to have something here. I have it. Let's go find it. All right. I have my white plate here. Okay. Drawing, and we have 3 names in the plate. Okay, 3 names in the plate. Of the ones that has entered into this drawing and has been listening and following and liked and shared. Thank you so much for entering into and paying it forward as well. And here we go. Who is the winner of the giveaway? You guys see that name? King Tao. King Tao, you are the winner of the giveaway. Okay. King, you are the winner of the giveaway for the 3-card pull. So here we go. King says she would like to call, but she's at work and can only listen in. And that's okay. I like to encourage all of you to call, right? To call the number on the screen. That is the Dear Master PaLiChee Lifeline. It is the psychic soul calling or soul reading line. So if you want that free card pull, then go ahead and give me a ring and I'll take your call. Okay. Hú tua ya tiền đi tông cả cho cái sai yai. Nó cũng là master ba lại đi tờ chỉ sĩ. Tua ba này ya. Tua ba này cho ya cho cá cho khó. Rồi thì họ cũng bắt đầu show sao tông chua nó. Thiên đời YouTube nó, okay? Although this is not a astrology reading, okay? This is not an astrology reading, but I do zodiac sign readings, okay? Zodiac readings, okay? So here we go. Here we go. And if you want to be interactive, that's great. Just don't spam, okay? Interactive is great. I will see you. I will get to you. If you want to call in, that is also fine. So this is the 3-card pull for King Tao. King Tao, here it is for you. Okay, your 3-card pull donated by Wally Slowick, Wes Slowick. He is there on the chat, I believe, unless he left. King Tao, this is for you. 3-card pull with my regular deck of cards. I call it the ancient deck of cards. Okay, ancient deck of cards. So we've got some cards for you. Okay, we've got some cards for you. At this point in time, King, this is your reading. King, at this point in time, you are at a stuck point, okay, at about a -2. From a 0 to 10, you're at a -2. What that means is that you're on a career stuckness. This is going towards career, going towards financial things. You are stuck there and you've been a bit stuck, as in don't know where to begin or don't know where to start. There's something that you have been going through in your career area and you have not wanted, you didn't know this was going to happen fully, but now that it has occurred, there is something there that you want to change. So King, I would tell you that on the career side, you need to make that change going towards something that you truly are passionate about. Especially, I'm seeing something about dogs. There's something there about dogs. So if there is something that you truly are passionate about, you need to go towards it, okay? The stuck path that you've been walking on is especially your career path. Though you've been at the top or growth on that path, it feels like there's something different that you need to, like a different path that you need to take, not the path that you've been taking. And it's grown old, it's grown, it's webbed out, right? So you need to clean that out with your mind. In your mind, you need to clean that out, King. And you need to go to the other path that maybe you had been pondering on and been afraid to take on that path. So I'll say that especially your career area has been not the greatest people or environment that you have been in. You have the sticks in your hand on the path that you need to go in, but you're not taking that initiative. So start to take the initiative, King, and get on track on that part. Slowly but surely, but you have to start to gain the momentum again. So of course, think positive and do positive so that you can get out there. Maybe take the first steps to cleaning or clearing that whiteboard, getting a whiteboard and then drawing down your ideas on what you want to truly be in, as in your business or as in a career. And because you're working as a robot right now, it's just something that you are, it's paying the bills. So this is something that is very important that you get on it sooner than later. I'll also say that, King, with this thing with the dogs, there's some kind of I almost feel like it could be a business or a connection to another business through some kind of dog or dog business, something like this. Um, there's been also a feeling of anxiety about this whole career path of yours. And I think that there is going to be a spirit message coming through. I can feel it. So I'm going to let that come through to you, King. But before I go there, I want to say that with your relationship area, there has been some very good positives there on a high level of 0 to 10. Your relationship side has been very supportive financially, and it's been a very helpful resource for you as you go through this sort of like a downtime. And this resource of positivity as friendship or as relationship on that side has been very financially supportive to helping you boost your energy and to allow you to do what you need to do in order to get there. But now it's time for you to take the initiative. So to actually take action on what you want to see in that area to happen for you, to result for you. Some good manifestation sessions would be great to help you get through that. I would recommend that honestly. And as we go through here, I'm going to channel in a spirit message for you, King. So, ready here. Take a slow, deep breath, King. And here is the spirit message coming through for you. Like it or leave it, you must love it. Though the world change, your heart doesn't. It stays the same for this one thing, which you must initiate and do to help you through the tough times coming. Love it, we say, because this is the way. Dear King, don't hesitate on something you love and then work in something you hate. Say that you do mind and make the stand to be kind to yourself and bring yourself the times of joy that you deserve. That is all we're going to say, King. Take a slow, deep breath. If this makes sense to you, give me a yes, this makes sense. Type it down in the chat. I'd like to know if I'm on the right track. Deep breath for me, everyone. Some heavy energies here on King. King, I'm going to be removing some sort of a almost down anxiety type energies that I'm feeling. Take a slow, deep breath, and here we go. And clearing. King Tao. So clearing, clearing, clearing your mind, your heart, and whatever your hands had touched upon that you don't truly love, to move away from and to go in the path that you deserve, that you desire. And a slow, deep breath for me, everyone. And there we go. All right. I hope you guys felt that slew of energy that's coming right down on all of us, especially to King. King says, yes, thank you so much, Master PaLiChee. You're welcome, King. All right. So we had just ended our entry, our giveaway. Kang Tao was the winner and donated by Wally Slowick. He is a disciple and a independent shamanic practitioner on PaLiCheeHealing.com, alongside with our other practitioner that has just joined PaLiChee Healing, is Mai Shong Lor or Nsaika Sheka Shaw as well. They are both doing free consultations. So go check them out on PaLiCheeHealing.com and book a session with them. So if you guys would like a reading, you can give me a call. The number is right there on the screen. And we're going to come out more to do this on Mondays and Wednesdays each week. Mondays and Wednesdays, 3 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Okay. But today is Freeing Friday, so we do it a little bit different. If you've missed the Q3 predictions, then you can go back and rewind and see that. What else do I have here? So we are, if you are open for a reading, you can type open in the chat bar, and you can also call. So thank you so much for KXV. She says, hi, PaLiChee, I liked and shared. Okay. Thank you so much on Facebook, that is. If you haven't already, go follow so that you guys will know when I'm going to be on every week. I'm going to be on now, next week going forward, doing live calls. Ya ne ha tia, ne ha sa to, tsa ke pa, li ta, gu, ane na, hai do ne ya, la ya, kwa do ne, khe do ne tia, gu mui tu sa tong chua, ya sha to pe, pe i chua, yi pe sha sha, ne hu to, to do gu, to, thọ bé để khoan đến khoan dài ba sai dài đồ này đâu ya这给bé sai dài nó chỉ ya để bé chỉ cần ở bé là to là sai là ya bé chẳng ya thành cỡ sư cú yên sai bữa xong up thiết trâu lọ lại. So 2006 when I started to do psychic readings, okay? But this is me giving out free readings to you to help you get through things, the hardships, whatever it is that you're going through, right? So if you'd like to give a call in for that psychic reading, I encourage you to do so, okay? To this, Cinderella Radzinski, this is going to be for you. I'm just choosing out those ones that I have typed in on the chat. She says, new subscriber, what's coming towards me? So it's what you need to know, Cinderella Radzinski. I'm going to read this for you right now with my ancient tarot. Okay, one card pull for you. I would say that there are a few things, but one of the main things, Cinderella Radzinski, we've got the Four of Hearts for you. Okay, Four of Hearts for Cinderella Radzinski. What's coming towards you? What is coming towards Cinderella Radzinski? She needs to know something, for sure. Something with love, I feel it. There is a righteousness that needs to be said, Cinderella. You're up against justice, okay? And you need to go make a say so that justice comes to you, Cinderella Radzinski. With this one card pull, I know your heart is in it, but it's not fully in it. From a scale of 0 to 10, you're at a 4. But I know you need to get that courage up to make your say for what you need to happen. Don't wait for it to happen. You've got to make it happen, Cinderella. You can't wait for it to happen. You must go for it in order for justice to come out, for justice to happen in this time. Now, not everybody needs to go for it, to initiate things for justice to happen. But for you, Cinderella Radzinski, you need to do that this time, okay? If you hear my words, Cinderella Radzinski, type down if this makes sense to you, okay? Tu gong go, tu go su. Asks, what's this year have in store for me? I feel like I'm going nowhere. Tukasu, pulling up a card for you. Wow, wow, wow. You're at the end of the cycle, Tukasu. I'm sure Q3 is going to show you lots. I'll say that the year is a lot to ask, but I'll say that right now, what's in store for you is you've got to make a stand as well. Just you're very much in the same boat as Cinderella Ruzinski. It's like something is bound to happen righteously, but you're almost like at the point where you are low energy, feeling anxiety, and it's not making you have the urge or want to make a say or want to do something or want to reach out to do something and make it happen for yourself. But you've got to. You've got to. You're at the end almost. It's almost like you've been knocking on the door and it's gonna open, but it's not yet opened. So you've got to continue to not knock on it, but to say something. Say something. This is a righteous situation. It has a lot to do with relationship, that is. Relationship. There's something in the relationship area for you, Tukosu, that was not righteous. And you feel so down right now. So you gotta get yourself back up, okay? Come back on Monday, make the call, and let's talk about that. Perhaps I can help you there a bit. Okay. He says, thank you all. Yes, you're welcome, Juju Chi. All right. KXV, this is for you if you're listening on Facebook. KXV, if I'm doing a reading for you, make the call in. It'll be easier to talk with you than to just talk through to your chat here. If you want to make a call now, you can. Line's open. A couple more minutes and I'm going to be off. If you're on Facebook or YouTube, you can still call in. You'll hear. You will be on air with me. Don't be afraid. This is your truth. KXV, this is for you. KXV, card comes in for you. Thank you for liking and sharing. Go follow. KXV, this is for you. You're at a very stuck point, okay? But you're like the fool, okay? You're like the fool where you are thinking that everything's handy dandy right now, or you thought that it could be. Like the sun is shining at you, but then at the same time, you're at the edge, like you're about to fall off. And you know that. So back up, back some steps up. Reevaluate your situation right now, okay? Especially your love life comes in. You know something is not right. And it's not totally about righteousness for you right now, but it is about you reevaluating what kind of situation or relationship that you are in right now, because you're not doing yourself due diligence. You're not doing yourself a favor. You're doing others a favor. You're on the edge. It feels like you're about to fall off this edge or step. One more step or two more steps and you will be over the edge. So you need to step back. KXV. Okay? You've got to. I'm feeling a bit afraid for you because you've got to take steps back and reevaluate right now in relationship, your love life. Not that it's at stake, but it will be, because you got to face the truth on that love life, KXV. Okay, stop lying to yourself. You know what's true. KXV, that was for you. If that makes sense for you, let me know. Okay. Since there's no calls coming in and there's no more questions, I'm going to draw a card for the weekend, and I gotta go. I've stayed over time. If you guys know me, I always do overtime. KXV says, okay, thank you. Yes, you're welcome. If you guys know anybody that would like some help, okay, whether energetically or with a peace of mind, anything like that, or if they just have a question about life, about what they should do, tell them to call Dear Master PaLiChee at 763-319-8377, Mondays, Wednesdays, and sometimes Fridays. But Monday, Wednesdays, 3 to 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. We have that number out there for you. Okay. Nết sa tiếng nết san chai. Lo hạt tia nết khi lo cá dây, chỉ nết yo bỏ cá. Thì she khó tranh tiếng tiền tờ cú tu keng. Master PaLiChee là ya pha li ti. Right? Nhớ đã bé ya bé bỏ cá lỡ, bé yo mua lỡ sáng tờ. Là ya, bé yo mua lỡ đùa tờ. Nết chỉ san chai. Vì hạt tia cho kế khi nên nó bỏ giấy này ya mong hạt tia ít cho lâu là chỉ nhẹ một sai dài là hạt tia khi bỏ giấy vậy như bỏ cá sứ thì chỉ thầu này khi nó bỏ giấy đó chỉ nên bỏ tan thôi cho cá chỉ hay là rong vì thì nên bỏ thì cho cá đã chỉ nhớ cho họ nên lúc cá giấy là chỉ bây giờ mua là chế tờ ấy có chỉ xong một cho cá nó là nên nó chạy tàu thì là lựu lìa là nó là rồi này chỉ tàu rong nhớ chỉ tàu rong nó chỉ tàu rong ná okay. Especially trong the need to keng need to bleed and chu cho đua là do hạt tia nên nhà nên gì là nên bỏ nên yo whoever is in need, right, and that has transitioned on. So card for the weekend: boundaries. Go and be clear of your boundaries, okay, this weekend. Go find this love for yourself, all of you. Through loving yourself enough and saying no to others, demands on your times and energy, you will then start to understand where you stand, what you want, who and what you desire in your life. Who do you desire to be around with, or you to be around them? Allow yourself to give clear understanding of these boundaries so that you can help yourself enough and then help another. This is where I stop today. I'm here and existing with PaLiChee Healing to help you along the way. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me on Mondays and Wednesdays, 3 to 4 p.m. I will be out here live on YouTube and Facebook. Warmest blessings and talk soon. Bye-bye.